குக்கரி சேனலை பார்த்து யார் வேணாலும் சமையல் பண்ணலாம். ஆனா சுவையான சமையல் பண்றது எப்படி? நான் இதயம் நல்லெண்ணெயில சமையல் பண்றேன். ஆஹா ஓஹோன்னு பாராட்டுறாங்க. நீங்களும் இதயம் நல்லெண்ணெயில சமையல் பண்ணுங்க, பாராட்ட வாங்குங்க.
தினம் தோறும் வாங்குவே இதயம் இதயம்.
माननीय क्षेत्र संघ चालक जी, माननीय प्रांत संघ चालक जी, माननीय विभाग संघ चालक जी, उपस्थित नागरिक सज्जन, माता भगिनी, संघ has completed 100 years of its work, and since last 10-15 years Sangha is also a subject of routine discussion for or against it. When discussion happens, one thing becomes very obvious. The well-wishers as well as the opponents, they are talking on the basis of perceptions, not facts. Some perceptions are created, concocted to malign the image of Sangha. Some wrong perceptions, they come out naturally because Sangha has no other comparable work or movement in the world. And I think since thousand years of our history, we have not seen such an organization working. And therefore, it is very natural to see Sangha from outside and get confused. Because from known to unknown, this journey is not possible. You have to know Sangha to know Sangha. Gaganam gaganakaram sagaram sagaropamaha Rama Ravanayor yuddham Rama Ravanayoriva. Sky has no other comparable. If you want to know sky, it is like sky. You have to see sky. Experience this. Similarly, Sagar, that is Samudram. There is no such a vast expanse of water body anywhere else. So you have to see the sea to know the sea. And therefore, it was decided that these misconceptions should be removed. Because Sangha work, Sangha doesn't want to be a powerful organization within the society. Sangha wants to organize entire society. Difference between Sangha and society should not be there. Whole society should be organized. And therefore, whole society needs to be educated about Sangha. Formerly, when we were not so strong, our presence was not there in all places. Even if we tried to tell people about Sangha, they didn't want to hear. But now, since last 20 years, Sangha has gradually come to the center stage of our national affairs. And therefore, when we call people, they come and hear us. There is faith in society about RSS. So it was decided that we should try something to remove these conceptions. And therefore, the programs are being arranged. Some are over, some will happen. New programs are being arranged, wherein Sangha Adhikaris will go around the country and talk to people who matter about Sangha. This program is one of those programs. Intention is to know authentically and factually about Sangha. There is also a question answer session afterwards. So I will start with first fact that we should keep in mind when thinking about RSS. That is, Sangha is not a product of any reaction or opposition or competition. Sangha does not compete for influence for anybody. Sangha wants to remain in background as far as and as long as it is possible. We are not competing for any power, any influence, nothing. And as some people say, Sangha was formed against Muslims or against Christians or against British. That is also a wrong notion. Definitely Sangha is for Hindus, for protection and all-round progress of Hindu society, Hindu nation. But being for anything doesn't mean being against anything. The organized state of the society is a natural, healthy condition of any society. If it is not there, it has to be created. If I exercise daily to keep my health, it doesn't mean I am preparing to attack somebody. If somebody attacks me, that health is useful. But my intention is not to attack anybody. Sangha is not a reaction, not an opposition, not a competition. How Sangha came into being? The process was very long. So after 1857, we got defeated in that freedom struggle. So thinking people in our country started thinking, why were we defeated? We were in our country. We had kings, we had armies, we had the valor. But British people coming from thousands of miles across the seas, they could trample us. How could this happen? And out of this thinking, 4 streams emerged. First were those people who thought that, okay, one defeat, but we will improve our methods and we will have the armed struggle and throw the British out. So there were no kings, no armies after 1857. So they collected arms and started the armed revolutionary struggle. That stream continued till 1945. In 1947, we got independence and its propriety was not there. So it didn't continue. But while it continued, it produced so many ideals for us, whom we remember even today and seek some inspiration from them. We get the inspiration from them. Another stream, people said that we were defeated because we had no political awareness. And therefore, kings and armies fought for the freedom of the country, but the country was not aware that defeating a foreign ruler means our independence. So we have to create political awareness. And they then captured the Congress. Sir A.O. Hume, with some local intelligentsia, formed this Congress as a safety valve. But our freedom fighters got hold of that apparatus and made it a very useful apparatus to awaken the people for freedom of India. And a vast arousing of people, awakening of people happened through that apparatus. But there were some who said that opposing British will not do. They are the superior society. They are scientific. Our society is mired in so many superstitions, so many bad rudies. And so we have to get rid of all these things. We have to reform the society. And starting from this reform stream also continued and still continues. But somehow it remained confined to some people. It could not influence whole of the society. And therefore reform movement still continues. But society is not reformed to the required degree. Stream was people saying that go to basics, go back to our roots. Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Swami Vivekananda, learn who you are and serve your people. They are in poverty. They have no jnanam. So serve them, make them jnanavan. Get rid of the poverty that is infesting them. Then everything else comes. This Hedgewar, ardent worker, who is stream for the emancipation of people. Sent to Calcutta leaders, because he was a fighter. He organized Vande Mataram movement in schools. And when British tried to find who is at the root of all this disturbance, they could not find anything. They shut the schools, tried to investigate, but failed. And after 4 schools were started with a nominal apology by students. Student has to enter the school and just teacher will ask, wrong, no, he will just nod. That apology is sufficient. And schools were started. But there were 2 students who refused to apologize in symbolic way. They said, apology, there is no question. We have every right to say Vande Mataram. So those 2 were rusticated. One of them was Hedgewar. So he continued his study in national school. National schools at that time were created for the agitators of freedom movement. That school was also closed by British. Then he appeared privately, passed in first class. He was not well-to-do person. He lost his parents at the early age of 11 years. On the same day, they died. They were serving the plague-infested public. And they contracted plague and died on the same day. So there was no earning source in his household. Through poverty, he had to do this. But he always participated in every movement for the people and country. And also maintained his place in his studies. So Nagpur leaders thought that let him be sent to Kolkata to learn medicine, to be a doctor. That will be the pretext. But real purpose will be he will contact the Anushilan Samiti, the coordination committee of revolutionaries. And then that revolutionary work will be started in this western region. So he was sent there. And both the jobs he excelled in. He passed the registered medical practitioner's exam in first class, 4 years course. And during those 4 years, he became a core committee member of Anushilan Samiti. And he was given the charge of establishing revolutionary work from Rajasthan to Andhra, to Telangana. And he did that job. But that movement also failed. He had already decided that in this life, my goal will be my country, nothing else. My own ambitions, my career, etc., are the topics I will deal with in next birth. This birth is for my country, my people. And therefore, naturally, he participated in the non-cooperation movement. Gandhiji was there. Lokmanya Tilak had passed away. Gandhi, in the leadership of Gandhiji, it happened. So he was giving speeches, doing propaganda for the movement. And then he was tried for sedition. So his defense speech, he started with, I don't recognize this court. You say this is British rule and British court. What international law permits any country to rule over other country? Is there any such law? No. Then British rule is illegal. Therefore, this court is illegal. Therefore, Mr. Justice in court, you are illegal. I don't accept your authority. Freedom is fundamental right of every human being. I told my people to be free and how to be free. Nothing else, etc., etc. So judge sentenced him for 1 year rigorous imprisonment. And while sentencing, gave the remark that his defense speech is more seditious than the speeches for which he is being tried. Such sort of person he was, and therefore he was active in every field, in all 4 streams. And naturally, he met everybody, Lokmanya Tilak, Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Babu, because he was revolutionary, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Madan Mohan Malviya, Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar. And discussions happened, and through discussions, Dr. Hedgewar learned. And his own study, his own experience of all this activity, it also told him the same thing. He found that every leader, in the back of his mind, is thinking that I have picked an issue and I am working for it. I have dedicated my life for it, so that issue will be resolved. Definitely. But what is the guarantee that it will not crop up again? British were not the first aggressors. Before them, Islam came. For about 500 years, 100 years, north, south, east, west, except Assam, they ruled here. Before that, Shaka, Huna, Kushana, Yavan. There is a long line of aggressors. Each time, handful of people come from outside, from far away. They are not superior to us. We are superior to them in every respect, but still they conquer us. And this doesn't happen once. It has happened 8 times. What is the reason? So there are some faults we have to remove. Someone has to do it because we have dedicated our life for an issue. There is no time for us. But someone must apply his mind to this task. And what were those thoughts? That also, all these, I took the names. You read their literature. They have mentioned this. There is no unity and there is no quality in our society. We are not proud of who we are because we don't know who we are. And therefore, those who are ours, they are also pushed away by us. So many divisions of caste, divisions of creed, divisions of province, divisions of style of living. All these things which were our diversities have now become our divisions. So we have to remember who we are and we have to unite and we have to have the quality. Discipline was not there, honesty was not there, so many things. Around the World in 80 Days, the novel, you must have gone through it sometime. There, that protagonist of that novel, he comes to Bharat. And he goes from Mumbai to Kolkata and then by sea route or somehow he goes to China. But all during his stay in Bharat, each day there is an incident which derogates our society. Their dishonesty, their division, their superstitions, all these things. So, world could blame us like that. All these things have to be corrected. So, Dr. Hedgewar thought that if everybody has taken some issue and dedicated his life, big people are working for these issues. But a thing which will fulfill their task will create the guarantee that these issues will not crop up again. If nobody is able to apply himself to it because they are engaged elsewhere, I will leave everything. I will leave everything and work for this. So he experimented for about 8 to 10 years. And then he announced that this Sangha has been started on the Vijayadashmi of 1925. He experimented, he had his friends, due to his skill and organizational tact, many young men was around him and he discussed with them. He also gave the experiment in their hands. And then as a conclusion, by Vijayadashmi day, he declared that Sangha has started. So what my point is, Sangha has come to fulfill, not to destroy. We are not opposing anyone. It is a simple fact. These were the faults and we have to organize the entire society so that there is unity and quality. This is one thing. Now to create unity and quality in this society, the first instrument of this work is man himself. Because it's something in human beings. Example in them. Ideas, which we can plot our chart according to them. But when we plot that chart and see the way, we see it is very, very difficult way. So we start worshipping our ideals. We don't follow them. We'll have Jayanti, Punyatithi, Puja, everything. We'll erect their statues. And we'll say Jai, but we'll not follow them. But if someone like us, who is one of us, maybe 10 paces ahead, not much, he dares to tread that path, We see, oh, he is like us, just 10 paces ahead. I can also do it. It is a good thing to do it. I will do it. So we have to have examples of common people. And those examples will not be followed if they are in isolation. They have to have a very tight rapport with people. People should believe them. They should have that transparent character. Then only people will follow the way they are treading. And people will change themselves. That is the only methodology available till date in the world. This is our methodology. That is RSS. And after 100 years now, many people from abroad come. From European countries, from America. And after seeing everything, one common question, whether he is from South Asia or Middle East or Europe or America, Australia, they ask us, we want to do something like this for our young people. Will you train us? That is what they ask. That means there is no other methodology. This thing, this methodology is RSS. Man-making. Because man-making creates the examples, brings change in the social behavior. And that is a must for any change. Change doesn't happen due to leaders, avatars. No. They are helpers. Society has to change itself. This is not something we can give on contract to Bhagwan or Neta or party or a philosophy. No. That is why Mahatma Gandhi ji said, be the change you want to bring about. And one or two examples will not do. Entire society has to change like that. Then only that change becomes permanent. If society does this, everybody else helps, including God. God helps those who help themselves. And therefore, Dr. Hedgewar created this methodology. Rest is, everything was there. Our vichar, ideology, it is our sanatana. It was always there. And it will always be there. Nothing new. Regarding the issues, etc., from the contemporary leadership, we take many things. There is nothing new about it in Sangha. The only new thing Sangha gives is that methodology of man-making, which is unique. And that itself is RSS. If you want to see RSS, don't see it through Vishwa Hindu Parishad. Don't see it through BJP. Don't see it through any other organization. Swayamsevaks are working now in every field of life. And they are doing yeoman's work, exemplary work. But that work is separate, independent, autonomous. The credit goes to the Swayamsevaks, not to Sangha. Because Sangha doesn't do anything. Sangha does only one work, man-making. Sangha has only Shakha and Swayamsevaks. Rest is Swayamsevaks. They do it. They independently do it. We have given them the vichar, samskar, and we have put the goal of all-round glory of Bharat Mata before them. Now they are independent. We don't have any remote or direct control over these or gatividhis or institutions or individual Swayamsevaks working in some seva. We don't have control. Control is not there in man-making. Only Shuddha Sattvika love is basis of our work. We bring about this discipline not through control. It is through appeal. So, If you want to see Sangha, directly see Shakha, see Swayamsevak, see their families, see our programs. Come inside, see us from inside. First, there were only Shakhas. But when Swayamsevak's number increased, naturally, whatever was lacking in our society, it came to notice of Swayamsevaks and their organization. They are our Swayamsevaks. They come and meet us. We have discussions. They ask for help. Help in any good work. We help everybody, not only Swayamsevaks. So in Swayamsevaks also, they get our help. But it is their affair. In one household, there are 5 brothers, and they each have their separate business. As brothers, they are one family. They help each other. But that doesn't mean that they own the business of each other. It is their individual. Like that it happens in some. And therefore, when you direct your questions, ask straightway about Sangha, not about all these things. If you want to know Sangha. Sangha has view about everything. That I can tell you. But the working model is theirs. Anyway, this started and gradually we grew. It was not an easy journey. First, there was nothing. No ammunition, no money. 3 things are required, na? Men, money, ammunition. We didn't even have men to say that Hindustan Hindu Rashtra hai. Hindustan is Hindu nation was a taboo. So our ideology was not at all accepted. And we didn't have money. We didn't have any paper, newspaper, etc., etc. Media support was not there. Government, the British government opposed us like anything. So we were ignored, neglected. But Swayamsevaks worked. Through that neglect, they came out on the merit of their hearts. They believed that yes, this is Hindu Rashtra and we have to create. Why Hindu Rashtra? That is also a permanent question. Why Hindus? Why not others? But I say sometimes that who are others? There is no other in Bharat. Because when you say Hindu, what do you mean? Hindu is not a worship. There are many worships, many gods, many styles of living, many karma kandas. Hindu is a nature, swabhavam. Hindu is dharma. Dharma also means kartavya, duty. You see, when Guru Nanak Dev Ji witnessed a carnage created by Babar's aggression on Shahpura in Punjab, he was present there. Then he wrote about that. In his Vani, he says, Turkestan khasmana kiya, Hindustan daraya. He destroyed Turkestan, Babar, and now he is threatening Hindustan. And in that carnage, he says, Kaya kapad tuk tuk hosi. The cut organs of human beings, like the rags which in the wind, blowing wind of the Maidan. organs were thrown here and there. He says, महिलाओं का शील, महिलाओं की अस्मत नहीं बची. Because when Babur came here, already 11 sultanates had passed. So there were converted. Both were prey to Babur's avarice of power. Guru Nanak Dev says, Muslims and Hindus. Now Muslims, that is well defined. There is Allah, there is Paigambar, there is Quran. If you don't subscribe to these three, then you are not Muslim. But when Guru Nanak Dev Ji says Muslim, why he said Hindu? God, no, not one sampradaya. All were there. Jains, Bauddhas, Vaidics, Vaishnavas, Shaivas, Shaktas. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Muslims were categorically different. They said, if we are right, we follow these three, and that is the only way. We are right, you are wrong. You are wrong, sometimes we will tolerate you, sometimes we will not tolerate you. We will use you. If you are not useful, we will neglect you. If you are harmful, we will kill you. You are nobody. हम ही सही, बाकी सब गलत. But Hindus say, I'm okay, you are okay. Follow your own path. There should be no work together. Get together, live together, work together. Because ultimately, so there are so many heads and so many parts. But what is there to be specially proud of? But this Dharma uplifts. Dharma gives happiness to everybody. Dharma is not religion. Dharma beyond propaganda. And this Bharat came into existence eons before through the tapasya of Rishi Munis for the very purpose to give dharma to world from time to time. Dharma is based on Satya. Satya is we are all one. All is one. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Diyo Brahmayuvanapara. All the diversities are Mithya is not false. They are relatively true, not entirely true. Absolute, final reality which gives Shashvata Sukham is the Atma Tattva Paramatma. It is one. And when this was realized, the dharma standing on four basic values, Satya, Karuna, Shuchita, Tapas, was realized by Rishi Munis. And they brought together entire society of Bharatvarsha, made them into one nation. Bhadram Ichchanta Rishiyasvar Vidha, Tapo Diksham Upase Duragre, Tato Rashtram Balam Ojas. Due to the tapasya performed by our rishis, our Bala, Oj, etc. came into being. That is our nation, Sanatan. It is not that British made us into one nation. Hey, we recognized all the diversities, therefore we had diverse Vyavastha in one country. A time was when we had many kings. We say in Mantra Pushpa, Samrajyam, Bhaujyam, Swarajyam, Vairajyam, Sparameshtham, Rajyam, Mahadhipatyam. All these are systems of governance. They were existing simultaneously in entire Bharatvarsha. But in spite of that, we say further, Prithivai in the land of Prithuraj, who made it arable land. That Prithivai, Samudra Pariyantaya, up to the seas, ek rat iti, ek rat rahe. So we had many kings, but we were one single nation. We had Chakravarti Samrat, one king. We were the same nation. Our rulers ruled us. We were a nation. Foreigners ruled us, made us into slaves. But we were that same nation. Our nation does change with state. Nation is a foreign word which cannot translate Rashtram correctly. Because nation is associated with state. Rashtra is not. It is associated with Sanskriti. That Sanskriti is the mainstay of our unity in spite of our diversity. And that Sanskriti was inclusive like this because Sitalam. So, of everything. For existence. Everybody. So naturally, our thought process evolved. The goal. Nothing else. We want to organize it as after the society is organized, we will not do anything else. We will just go with the society, whatever is going on, we will participate in that. But Sangha has Shakti Vidhayasya Dharmasya Samrakshanam Param Vaibhavam Netum Etat Swarashtram Samartha Bhavat. We want to enable ourselves so that we, the parts and parcels of Hindu Rashtra, it will be utilized to protect Dharma as well as make India Vishwaguru. So naturally, plus budgeting and pai ka hisab rakhna. It's difficult to keep it, maintain it. New horizons, it is said in. So we have to reach in such a big number, works in enough number. They will it has to be done in much more larger, with a larger plan to do first thing. Secondly, society is not yet fully organized, but society always had good people. In worst of times also, there were enough number, maximum number of good people in our country. Even in these times, when we say that our society is something, if we say that, when the honesty in work, we read about corruption, etc., etc. But in the world survey of honesty, Bharat was first because whatever you read it through media. In media, dogs bites a man is not a news. If man bites a dog, that is news. So negative things get priority. But whatever we hear, these bad things are happening in Bharat, 40 times more good things are there in Bharat. That is the fact. And therefore, there to connect, we have to network. Surgeons, they will do what they are doing. But they must know that they are not alone. And whatever, they should not clash with each other. They should be sections of the society. Take disbelief for each other. If we want to counter this, we have to have dialogue. So that dialogue process has been started, it will be expanded more. We will reach and we will talk without compromising the national ideals of our country, our dharma, our Hindu society. This dialogue has to happen and we have to become one society. We are one society. We have to remember our oneness. That is the third initiative. Fourth thing is, we have to have the outreach. World is in shambles. Actually, world is staggering. Everything is not well. In Europe, America also, people are very worried about their young generations, their households, families. Prosperity, but there is no satisfaction. And environment has regressed. Mankind, they know Artha and individual liberty. Yes, they machine. Some they don't know how to and make the prosperity common feature. They don't. This and unfortunately doesn't know about Hindustan, our Sanskriti, our Dharma, even RSS, naturally. So this outreach has to be extended so that people know about Bharat, about Hindutva, about Sangha. We have to see to it, and the Hindu society abroad, example for them. I told you, they are asking to train us. Already Hindus in 125 countries. They can put their own example. Every country will have their own RSS in their own style. World, and every nation will be contribute to the world to influence the world or become a Mahashakti. No, Mahashakti. We together run the world. All nations have to contribute. Our nation also, this is our duty. Every nation has a mission to fulfill, mission to accomplish. That mission for Hindu Rashtra is giving dharma from some time to time, and the time has come. So we have to take all these initiatives. But all this will happen when we will change our society. So to bring about that change, we have taken 5 initiatives. Very simple initiatives. Everybody can do it. It doesn't require any financial funds, etc. Nothing. You have to do what organic fertilizer and they create greenery as far as possible. Inside you. So पानी बचाओ, प्लम्बर को बुलाओ, लीक सब ठीक करो अपने घर का. Single use plastic, at least ban it, not by law. Discard the single use plastic use. Third is Kutumba Prabodh. Once a week, on a given time, everybody should come home. Then we should have bhajan according to our own shraddha. Then we should have the our next agenda, keeping the goal in mind, organize. I will request you to see speaking to come anytime and go if you want anytime.